So cool. Love that. Yeah. And I think what we'll talk about today is that marriage of data and content, and really talking about how we can unleash the power of content and why data is so important to that. So let me start with some trends and that I'm seeing happen, and definitely want to get your take on this. But I framed it all up around what I'm calling the 4 V's of content, and kind of throw back to like 5 to 10 years ago when we were talking about big data. It's now like big content, and the 4 V's: volume, variety, velocity, and veracity. So volume in terms of petabytes, terabytes of content that's needed now to deliver these experiences. The variety too, all different, emerging types of content, even content that's not even file-based, like disclaimers, et cetera, but like 4K, 3D, all that stuff needs managed. And we're really trying to connect out on different channels now. And then the velocity, right? The speed at which we need to move that content from within our organizations out into the experience world, bring it back in, and how we can't allow our human we'll call it lack of bandwidth to hold that up. We really need to lean in on powerful artificial intelligence to automatically create renditions and versions that are channel specific, and automatic image cropping and all that good stuff. And then this last one's my favorite, is the veracity. So the truth in content. That content has to be trustworthy. It has to have great authority. It has to be there when you need it in your moment of need. So the 4 V's, John, are you seeing those trends play out in your world?
Absolutely. And one of the things I'm seeing a lot is the idea of personalization. It's something that we see a lot in terms of marketing personalization. And it used to be very much a buzzword type term, but it's actually quite real now for a lot of organizations. So if you're trying to reach out to your audience with generic, impersonal content, you're kind of missing out on a huge opportunity to engage them and encourage them to stay with you in the long run. So talking to them directly and truly understanding them is your best way to win them over. But this is all about marketing personalization, which means interacting with your audience and customers in a way that feels both personal and human, taking into considerations their likes, their preferences, and interests. Personalization is becoming not just a competitive advantage, but something that your customers truly expect through every interaction with you and your brand. It's interesting to note that a recent Deloitte study found that 36% of customers are interested in buying personalized products, and 48% said they would be willing to wait to get it. So how do you do this? Well, that's where automation and data analytics really come in. Your customer data is the most valuable thing that you can leverage in order to build the best personalized campaigns. For example, in order to build custom newsletters that recommend relevant content for your customers, you can automatically gather data from the previous reading history, recommended blog posts and articles on similar related topics. Likewise, knowing your customer's job title, area of expertise, topics of interest, their previous purchase patterns, and even their geographic location can work in your favor to help you segment those marketing campaigns. It goes without saying that data, and actually good quality data, is the only way to play in today's economy.